So first,
Absolutely.
and I was like,
let's dig it all up.
oh, no.
True.
You'll never guess.
So, sidebar.
Yes. And also, I feel like I shouldn't have to remember everything.
I know.
Actually, I have to talk about this.
3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is Also Podcasts. We made it through the heat wave. That's what matters.
We made it through the heat wave. We made it through this week. We're pumped. Life is good because it's summer and we're enjoying it the most we can.
Bad because we're humans that know what's going on in the world and it's just like exhausting to have a job. But it's fine. It's fine. Let's focus on the positives for an hour, shall we?
Let's focus on the things that we do to enjoy life, watching loads and loads of TV.
Okay, before we talk about all the TV we've inhaled this past week, check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Patreon. All the links are in our description. And please be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. Okay, Meredith? Give me a small celebration. There's lots to celebrate. Okay, great.
I'm ready this time, okay?
Yikes.
I am back fully in my Dr. Pepper addiction, and I've decided to let it run its course the entire summer. So I'm like 2 sodas a day these days.
Whoa. Both Dr. Pepper?
Oh, yeah. That I am a purist on type of Dr. Pepper and only a Dr. Pepper person. Every once in a while, you can hit me with a Coke if there is no Dr. Pepper, but I am obsessed with it, and I think about it, and I think about when I'm gonna have my sodas, because I will limit myself to 2 cans, and that's it.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I've never had a Dr. Pepper.
You're missing out. I when I'm in my full, like, the height of my addiction, I, like, think about it so much, and I'm so obsessed with it and everything.
I really don't drink soda, and Dr. Pepper is just like never. I think as a kid, the carbonation was always really spicy for me. I called it like it was just spicy. I grew to love like a ginger ale or a Sprite, but even that I like don't do for fun.
Yeah.
Like if it's there, I'll maybe do it. But there's something about brown soda that I just...
It doesn't do it for you. I get
it
that.
Just freaks. I don't think I've ever tried. But I got scared.
I think Dr. Pepper would be too much for you because it has the tagline of like the 23 flavors, and it's like it's very zesty. It's not like straight cola. It has something else to it, and I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, I don't love.
My problem was normally I take cans from work because obviously we are going to take everything we possibly can from our offices, but I only go in like between 2 and 3 times a week. So like that was like curbing my obsession with it because I had a limit.
And you can't put 50 cans in your backpack. That's crazy.
No,
that's
like
just
take
too
max
heavy.
2. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the weight of carrying it home. I'm like, no. But then I let myself over 4th of July buy a case from the grocery store, and I have never been the same.
living.
Yeah,
I'm
flew
so
too
happy
close to
for
the sun.
So happy for you and your 23 flavors that I've never tried. I don't necessarily think I've had Coke before and it wasn't like bad. Like I've had like a rum and Coke or something. It's just like not, there's something so freaking me about brown soda.
It doesn't hit for you. I get that.
No, it's just like, I just can't look at it. I think it's so weird. What makes it that color?
I don't even know, and I don't
like it.
I love exactly what it is. I've worked with Dr. Pepper as a client before, and they like try to give me the dirty sodas, and I was like, listen, I love your product so much. Stop doing that stuff to me.
Let's take a minute to talk about how disgusting dirty sodas are, because I've recently had one, okay? I'm not a big soda drinker. I don't love carbonation, so that's my thing. But I'll have a Sprite occasionally. And then my work did this thing one Friday when I just happened to have to go in the office because I had something later that day. I normally don't on Fridays, but I had something later that day. So I went into the office, and in the lobby, they had a dirty soda pop up. And I was like, oh my God, I've never really had a dirty soda. I'll grab one. It was like Sprite and like the coconut creamer and some strawberry stuff. I don't know. Oh, the stomach ache I felt 2 sips in. The amount of sugar. I don't know how the Mormons do it. I love sugar. I love sugar.
You can convince me to do like one of those, because I'm just going to call it a mocktail too. Is like, ones with like a strawberry syrup and like a seltzer water and like making like a concoction. But when it comes to like a dark soda, I find that extremely weird.
Whoa, it's a lot. Those sodas
Yeah.
are disgusting.
It's not for me. And if it's for you, that's great because I'm obsessed with my drink and you can be obsessed with yours, but do
Sure.
not put your coconut cream in my Dr. Pepper.
No,
That
thank
sounded very
you.
sexual, but I am so for real about leave my Dr.
Mm.
Pepper alone. I just want it as is.
It did weirdly sound dirty, but also like not. It also was weird.
Anyways, what's your small celebration?
There's so many I could pick from.
That's
Now,
exciting.
if you had asked me Wednesday, I would have told you I'm suicidal. But now,
A lot has changed in a few days.
okay, it's quarter end. This isn't my small celebration, but I made it through. I'm done. Wednesday at 8 p.m. I was done.
Huge.
But I want to instead shout out that this July 4th weekend, it was like so hot, like unexplainably, like caliente. I cannot explain. 100 and something degrees in New York. The buildings make it feel like 400 degrees. I'm not exaggerating.
Because everything radiates heat. So when you have heat coming at you, not just the sun, it is so hard to explain to people how the city just traps heat.
Yeah, it's terrible. And so on Friday, I had spent 1 hour on my roof just because the most toxic thing about me, I love to fry my skin. I love to tan. I always wear suntan lotion, but I love to tan. I came into my apartment and I considered calling 911 because I thought I was going to pass out. And I'd been drinking water all day. I'd poured it on myself. I was like, it was so hot. But Saturday, I went to my friend's parents' pool. Game changer. I haven't been in a pool in not like you know how when you grow up, you just like your friend has a pool, so you go to the pool on the hot day. Yeah. I haven't had that in such a long time. Holy shit.
Boy, does
I was
it
outside
hit.
the whole time, drinking, eating a hot dog. Like it was, you know what? Fuck America. I don't care. But that pool, I'll celebrate you any day to get in that pool. Sure thing. Oh my God. That pool was the best. And I got so tan, but it was to the point that I looked at myself and I went, I don't even recognize me. So, and that's not good because that means I have skin damage. So I'm a different race.
No, as long as you put on sunscreen, like you can still tan and not get skin damage.
Yes, but I was a different race to myself, and I'm already brown, and I was like,
you're already a person of color, and you're like, damn.
I was like, I've gone to a different race. So we have
been in.
We've been hiding from the sun.
We did our big one.
We did a big one, and now we got to calm. And I'm going to Costa Rica in a week, and that's going to fry me. So I just need to, like, protect my skin right now.
You need to coast with your skin the rest of summer.
Because, oh, my God. But I was so happy.
I love when I get to the point in summer, I'm like, you know what? Let me just lay outside. I'm so hot everywhere. I might as well just be laying outside hot and enjoy it.
Like half naked at this point. Yeah. 100%. Oh, I love a pool. Anyway, bitches love a summer.
Bitches love a summer.
Oh, man. I bet she loved July 4th because she's MAGA. Anyway, it's fine.
Oh, goodness.
Everyone is, apparently. Who knows? Except me. We're not, so that's good.
No. All right.
But
anyways.
Should we get into news?
Yes.
Can I start? I start?
Yes.
Have you heard of cleated rivalry?
No.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Okay,
Have you been
I'm
keeping
ready.
up with FIFA at all? There's a lot of FIFA shit.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. got, lost, and like probably rightfully so, because everything Donald Trump touches dies,
turns to
death. Yeah, so good luck there. But coming up, I believe Saturday, I think is if I'm right, Norway versus England.
England, yeah.
And I found out that there's a man on Norway with the one with the Amanda bun.
Yep.
And a man on England.
I think it's like Holland or something like that, but yes.
Sure. And then a man on England. And they play together in their club teams, but now they're facing off against each other. Did you see this?
I think I have gotten sent this edit of them in the club. Yeah. It's like AI.
No.
Oh, you haven't seen the club scene that people edited?
No, I see them on the soccer field.
Oh.
Just like always
you're in real
hugging
life.
each other.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't seen them in real life.
Oh.
Friend of the podcast, Jill, I think, sent me the club scene from Heated Rivalry with those two. Okay. And I just assumed we were putting any athletes in, in this scene. They actually have it on the field, too.
They are, so they play for the same team.
Yeah, Manchester City, I think.
Okay, sure. I don't know. All I know is They are besties, okay? One gets in a fight, the other is right there. They're hugging after goals. They're always next to each other. Besties for the resties. And now they're
Oh my
playing against
God.
each other.
Now they're
And people
rivals.
they're commenting cleated rivalry. And I was
Oh my
fucking
God.
dying.
It's like the opposite storyline of Shane and Ilya, because Shane and Ilya start as rivals, go to the same team. We will go to the same team. Now we're rivals.
This is friends to rivals to lovers, I think. We haven't hit the lovers part yet.
Friends to lovers to rivals.
But still lovers. But they're
still,
not lovers yet.
But
friends
we don't know.
to rivals.
I'm not, listen, why am I going to make an assumption?
You're
Either
right.
way, I don't know.
Right. We've been wrong before, you know what I'm saying? But
it can happen behind the scenes. People didn't think Shane and Ilya were lovers for 10 years.
And look at those fictional men. It worked out. So maybe these. But yeah, cleated rivalry on Saturday, everyone. I'm locked and loaded.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Also, with the star from Norway, have you seen the discussion about his Birkin bags?
No, what's happening with his Birkin bags?
He has the most insane collection. And so people have been going through his like photos of him getting off planes while he's in his regular, England soccer team, if it is Manchester City. Like the press photos of him like traveling. And he has like $500,000 worth of Birkin bags. It is like, but not even, because obviously we already know those are expensive. They're like glorious ones, like hard to find ones. Like it's like, I respect his game with his travel
You know
bags.
what? A man needs a hobby.
Hell yeah.
Some men like to murder women. He likes to collect bags. I'm gonna give it to him as
I'm
good
good
hobby.
with that. The latter.
Good hobby. No, that man though with the bun, he looks like he just eats, sleeps, and breathes balls. You know, he's like football all the time. He's a freak of nature, this guy. I would be scared to see him coming. But he also seems like
Norway.
the nicest. Ooh.
I'm on Norway's side.
I'm rooting for a kiss. I don't care who wins.
I just like that they do the little Viking chants. Like like Norway is the underdog compared to England. So like you gotta always root for the underdog.
I'm also sad because a lot of the teams I was rooting for, I think I'm the kiss of death, have fallen out. Mexico, I'm heartbroken.
Brutal.
Broken. Listen, I understand root for the US. Not really my thing.
No,
sorry.
I wasn't.
If it was a women's team, I'm in. But
always. Don't
really care. But I was rooting for Mexico, so I was like, that's my American team because we're all American. And I was like, I'm heartbroken. I was rooting for Brazil. I was watching some Brazil games with my friend who's from Brazil. I have a friend from Germany. Wasn't really rooting for them, but they lost. And I was like, brutal out here, you know? But Spain's still in it and Portugal. And I think they play each other, which seems racist.
They just played and Spain won. Yeah.
Oh. I am Spanish, but they're the conquerors, you know, so.
Tronald Dump was like ragging on Spain because they beat Portugal because he just met, God, what's that guy's name? Oh, why can't I?
Ronaldo?
His name. Yeah, Ronaldo.
Okay.
And of course he like went on his rant about how they're bad people. And it's like, this is a sporting event. Okay, there can be bad people in sports, but like just because you beat another team doesn't make you a bad person. Like it's a game. Relax.
Who's bad? Spain?
Spain. And somebody in the comments was like, oh, probably because he found out they speak Spanish and he hates people.
Oh, even though they are white Spanish people, they speak Spanish isn't like that. Wow. Okay. Because it is, I mean, I was talking to my mom. I am Spanish and I am Mayan. So I was going for both, but I was rooting for Mexico more because the Spanish were the conquerors and, but now does my allegiance lie with Spain? I do like Spain. I'm here for Spain. And we can't hold people to what they did thousands of years ago. We should focus on what they're doing now, which is why the U.S. deserved to lose for sure. 100%. Karma's
well, even
back.
back then, it's not like we were amazing, but either way, I'm just here for the vibes. And whenever somebody's ready to host a finals party, I'll be at that bar.
I'm in. I love FIFA vibes. I'm in now, I think. A soccer fan. I didn't know it was this intense. Although also not rooting for Argentina. Heard they're terrible people.
Interesting.
I've learned a lot about different countries and their origins through FIFA. People are telling me a lot. Argentina has a very dark history with like dark Afro Latino people. And so I was like, not cool with that.
Yeah, I think anywhere that was colonized doesn't have a great past.
Yeah, it's not going great.
I don't think most countries have great pasts.
Yeah, but I think this one is
pretty terrible.
I think this one's still kind of prevalent, like more than a lot of other countries. Like I think it's still happening.
Like has it moved past or tried to be better?
Yes.
Even though we did bad stuff as America, there are changes that, as a whole, we've made some progress. Even
They're trying to take it away, but
yeah.
No, I think this is still prevalent.
Ooh.
But you know what? Either way, I'm here for the vibes. Go Spain. Go Norway. Hey, shout out. I don't really care, honestly. I'll
decide in the moment who I'm voting for whenever the games happen, if I happen to be watching.
Call me when someone kisses another boy on the field. I'll root for them.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Cleated rivalry, baby.
Cleated rivalry. Okay, do you want to go?
I do. I have a decent list.
Ooh, okay, hit me, because I think we'll probably overlap.
Okay, let's talk about fun stuff with the Emmy nominations that came out. Summer House Season 11 got an Emmy nomination. This kind of annoys me because this happened with Vanderpump Rules, which I think did have great editing to it. I don't feel like Summer House deserves it, and I feel like it got it just because of the scandal, and I don't like that.
I agree, because honestly, it wasn't that great an overall season of stuff. It was like, okay, it was good.
It was fine, but like fine. Emmy nomination worthy?
No.
A bit much.
No. If you're not going to give it to season 1, because that shit was awesome, you can't give it to this. But wait, what season of Vanderpump was it? Was it 10 that got it?
10.
With the
It was their scandal season 2. But that had a lot of editing where they... Remember when... I think it was Lala told that story and they rewinded it back.
Yeah, that was a good...
Same with Katie. Like, it was like the Katie moment with Todd where he was like, Sandoval in the jacuzzi. And then the finale... Oh, wait, that was season 11. But either way, like, those editors did a lot more work.
Well, I was going to say, and that was the season where, like, everyone kind of became single, right? Like, the divorces were finalized. Like, we were on the street. Like, everyone was... let go out of their cages for this season. And then there also was a scandal. Like it was, and the way the scandal was set up where like it was happening and we didn't know made the editing extra awesome. Never forget Ken. I can't believe Tom Sandoval. Was in the hot tub with Raquel. Like that was crazy because we were still going, is it though? Is it a thing?
I know.
That was great. This was... the scandal, sure, but honestly, it was like a relatively dark season of Summer House.
I know. Like, what the show was doesn't deserve an Emmy in my mind. I think if there was a season that got an Emmy, season 5. Season 5 does it for me in the, like, craziness that was the pandemic. It is
season
a
5
time capsule.
Was nuts. Yeah. Season 5. Or was it season 6 when Paige started dating Craig and then him and Austin came and they had a bunch of fights? Remember Lindsay and Sierra and then Danielle through the glass? That was...
I think that might have been 7. Yeah.
Okay, that
but either way.
Wherever the Austin of it all came and the Craig was there, that was a great season too.
Yeah.
This was fine.
That might have been 6, yeah.
I don't know.
Season
it doesn't matter,
6 was
really.
It doesn't, yeah. But yeah, I don't think 11 does it for me personally. But you know what? Who I think does deserve an Emmy nomination? Ariana Madix and her Love Island hosting.
Yeah, she does great. She's a great host.
She is.
She's really fun. Yeah, this was a great, I think move post Vanderpump. I think she rightfully, she got it because of the scandal, but I think she's actually a very good host. I don't want her hosting reunions, but put her in charge of the show for sure. Because for some reason, it's really nice to see someone like in their 30s telling these 20-year-olds what to do because it makes me feel like, okay, we have some sort of direction. But then like she's able to act and pretend like all the kissing is not disgusting. So like good for her.
But she also gives like the reaction faces of being love it.
She's in for the drama, which is what you need out of a host. Hell yeah. And everyone respects the fuck out of her, which is also good. Yeah.
Very true.
10 out of 10. Good for her.
Well, staying kind of with that Summer House Bravo world, did you see that Mother Hubbard went off on Queens of Bravo recently on Threads?
Feuding. Every time I open up Threads, I see another feud between them.
I know.
Ooh, what did Queens of Bravo do?
They posted a clip for the next episode of In the City,
Mm.
and I think that was this week. So I think that was episode like 7 or 8. We're not there
Okay.
yet in our rewatch, but they posted a clip and they put a description with it, shading Lindsay for how room assignments went down on the group trip. And then
Well, I
Lindsay
did see
commented
that.
on it,
Ooh.
and then they deleted the post and reposted it and changed some of the language. And then Lindsay recommented and was like, "Oh, did you delete this? So my comment went away." And they were like, "No, we corrected the language anyways." And Lindsay, on a separate thread, put out that if your whole entire page is to take down one person, like, you are a cyberbully. And that made me question, like, our page, because I throw a lot of shade at people. And I was like, I do agree with that. If you're only attacking one person and, like, never getting off their neck, and you can never even find something positive to say about them, like, that's crazy. Because even Amanda, like, I say positive things about her still on In the City, because everybody has positive things and negative things. But that would bother me as a star.
So has Queens of Bravo always been after Lindsay?
I haven't tracked it, but I guess Lindsay feels that way, at least.
I just don't. Okay, I'm blinded by Lindsay Hubbard. I love her so much. I'm willing to say that. However, there's a lot of, especially in recent times, ways that I don't even see how you have your foot on Lindsay's neck at this point.
I know.
Like, she's doing great. What are you talking? What are we mad at Lindsay for? You know what I mean?
The funny thing is somebody was commenting about the drama, being like, and this isn't true, they were making a joke, but they were like, "I've never seen Queens of Bravo and Danielle in the same room together." And I was like, that's such a funny joke.
That's awesome.
Lindsay's enemy is the one running this account, because they do praise Danielle. They are obsessed with Danielle.
Really?
Hate Lindsay. I didn't know this because I've never looked at their account so closely. Like, I will see things of theirs, but just, like,
I'm not reading
piecemeal.
into it. Yeah,
No.
I'm not, like, looking at every single thing they've ever said.
Yeah. So, like, certain things find me, and I'll be like, "Oh, like that comment. Like, I agree with that." Or even if I don't, I'm like, whatever, moving on.
I guess Queens of Bravo is also our enemy, because I'm a big Lindsay Hubbard stan. So
No, I'm a recent Lindsay Hubbard stan. I will still shade her when I see fit.
Which is never.
There is no one off limits. You have your list of people you're like, "I'll ride till the death," but you would still critique them, obviously.
I mean, Sheena Shea I critique constantly, and I love her so much.
But, like, I
but also,
like, what are we ragging on Lindsay for?
No, I'd love to know, like, what we're mad at her at.
Well, we'll get there in, like, 2 weeks, I think.
I
can't wait.
wait.
I can't wait to watch this scene. It made me want to go watch it and, like, catch up, but I was like, no, I gotta trust our process, and I can't look into it early.
I'm fascinated, because now, are we cyberbullying? Because there are people personally that I'll never get off their necks. But I don't think we're taking the time to constantly post about how much we hate them.
And also,
it's an occasional
when I
thing.
critique someone, I give a pretty thorough analysis of why I have the opinion I have.
Yeah. I'm the opposite. When I critique someone, I'll say, I'm just a bad person and I don't like them because, period. But I know that that's shitty of me. And then no one else could be like, that's shitty, because I'm already like, yeah, I just hate them. But also, a lot of the people we constantly dog are terrible people.
That's a thing. I'm also critiquing an action you're taking, I feel like, rather than just blanket statementing that you're a bad person. Like, I think we're always open to somebody proving us wrong. Kenny's a good example. Like, you hate Kenny, but when we saw in the episode we watched recently that Kenny is, like, suffering with his grief, it's like, you can still see that in him, and it's not like you're on him for that, you know? Like,
no,
we're not so hateful towards people that we'll just critique anytime they show up on screen.
No,
but I guess that's what Queens of Bravo is doing to Lindsay.
That's crazy, because I would only do that with Jax, and I still kind of find him funny, but, like, I hate him.
We laughed at his jokes.
But, like, I hate him, but, like, yeah, he was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think there are the dangerous people. Like, Jax is I will
Yes.
say blanket statement, probably an overall terrible person.
100%.
Period. But we're also not constantly every day being like, we got to go send out our Jax post about how much
Yeah.
we hate him. You could just ask me. Same thing with like, I don't know. I'm going to mention him because he's enemy number one for me, Nick Viall. I'll bully him till the sun blows up. But like, also, he's not constantly on my mind because he's irrelevant. What's Queens of Bravo up to? Like, what are they?
I don't
What's their
know.
day
I'm
job?
Do I need
What's
to go
going on?
through this account more and
I'm
like
about
really
to.
track?
Tomorrow's a rainy day in New York City. I got nothing to do. I'm down.
It's funny because I'm very online, but I think because we're like technically content creators, I don't like look at what other people are saying because I don't want it to inform my opinion.
Agreed.
I want to have my own opinion. Like I'll scroll threads and just see what like general discussion
I'll
is
come
from
up
a
with my
larger
opinion
group.
first, and then
Agreed.
I'm like, am
But
I
I'm
right?
not going to one account and like scrolling them ever. I'm
No.
just like I'm letting whatever comes to me. My algorithm does the job, and I'll just decide if I like it or not.
I guess I do want to peek though, because Queens of Bravo, how dare you come for one of my tops? Like that's one of my protected.
You definitely need go look, and then
I only see when Lindsay responds. I think
no, that's
I'm
what so many
always
people in the
like-
comments were saying. People are like, "Who do you think you are?" I only see this when Lindsay interacts with you.
No, literally, Lindsay, stop commenting because I'll never see Queens of Bravo again. They're my enemy now. I'm with you, girl, 100%.
I've seen them
Me
a
and
lot though
Lindsay.
recently too because they've been doing threading with DirecTV on their account and they put their opinions, which it's like a paid sponsorship thing to get like DirecTV more followers on their threads.
Who even has DirecTV anymore? I had them like until
steal my parents, so my parents do because I need it.
we got rid of our DirecTV in like 2006. Comcast, baby.
This is alleged. Don't come after me, DirecTV. This is a joke.
Alleged joke. Okay. Say all the
me
things.
Me and my sister make my parents continue their DirecTV because then we use the logins to watch everything. And my parents are like, "Oh, I want to do what you do." And I'm like, No. We can only do what we do because you do what you like. You have the account, baby. You can't cancel that.
No. You know what? Our parents were dumb enough to get looped into cable forever, and now I reap the benefits. Not sorry.
It's expensive. You don't have to grow up with this. These costs in your early 20s, this shit didn't account.
My mom once did cancel our cable, and my dad had a knip shit.
Yeah.
Well, my mom's like, we're all on Netflix, Hulu, like whatever. So she like downgraded our subscription, and I couldn't watch Bravo, which was bad for us and our podcast. I was like, fuck. I think I asked you when I had to get your DirecTV because I was like, fuck, dude. But no, my dad was pissed because he couldn't watch that bar rescue show that he watched all the time.
Oh my God.
His like hunting fishing shows.
Obsessed.
Or he also really likes the show where there's like drug traffickers and the police catch him at the airport. Yeah, so my dad was pissed, and my mom had to go and reinstate.
We're keeping these niche channels alive with our cable subscriptions.
He was like, you got rid of the true TV?
Satellite.
Are you fucking nuts?
No.
100%.
Oh my God. Okay,
anyway, I have Comcast. Shout out.
Love it. Moving on to more beef in the internet world.
Ooh, beef.
MomTok is blowing up. Have you been seeing this?
Oh my God. I'm so sick of these women. I'm so sick of them. I can't.
People are commenting that they think it's fake, and I'm like, I don't care if it's fake or not. I hate how online they get while they're filming, and then like 6 months later, we like watch it go down.
I don't care. I don't care if it's real, fake, scripted. Shut the fuck up. I don't care.
I just don't like that Taylor Frankie Paul calls the other girls bullies when it's like, I hate bullying being misused because in order to bully someone, there has to be a power imbalance, and Taylor Frankie Paul has a larger audience and has more of the power.
Mm-hmm.
They're mean girls. You can say that all day long, but they're not bullying you.
Taylor Frankie Paul, I cannot stress this enough. Get offline. Bro, you have a
lot to deal with.
You look nuttier. I'm trying to help. I've been watching TV a long time, girl. Please get offline. Please. I cannot. I'm over it. I'm over this sob story of Taylor's being bullied and all the girls are against her because she's the leader of MomTok and not them. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? If I right now go, hey, I'm the creator of Toaster Strudel, is everyone gonna fucking come after me? Who cares? The actual creator of Toaster Strudel would be like, they're a loser and move on. But Taylor Frankie Paul, you cannot just like live a day of peace. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Who cares? Also, MomTok, who the fuck cares who started it?
No, I'm actually gonna go into my friend group this weekend and be like, I'm the creator. This friend group.
Who cares? I'd be like, well, now you're kicked out, so enjoy. Like, what are we gonna say? Okay, it's the craziest thing to be mad about. It's the craziest thing to be mad about.
It's not even like, okay, fine, be a little mad, be a little like annoyed people are making TikToks without you or whatever, but like to spiral on the internet every time somebody makes a like slightly shady TikTok is crazy. How do you have the time and energy?
It's a joke at this point. I'm gonna start saying I'm the creator of MomTok.
Should we change our bio to that?
This is a joke at this point. Like, if I was any of the other girls, I would constantly be like, I'm the creator of MomTok, just because I know I'm not, and that's the whole fucking thing.
When Whitney, like, claps back at it,
that's funny.
I find it so funny, because Whitney created her video about being the quote-unquote creator of MomTok.
Hilarious.
Because Taylor Frankie Paul changed her bio. On Insta, or like, whatever, I don't even know what platforms, to say that she was. And it's like, this is dumb. Whitney's being funny, shady. Taylor's being serious.
No, 100%. Officially, this podcast, creator of MomTok.
Creator of MomTok.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, she's nuts, dude.
Welcome.
This girl, oh my God, she drives me nuts.
The worst part about being the creator of MomTok, Alicia, is we're going to have to learn how to do TikTok dances.
No, we don't. We actually just employ them to do the TikTok dances, but we created it. Yeah.
We're the silent partner or like creator, and there are employees.
We're actually the government, so I don't know what people. You could say any like
mayor of MomTok here.
Start that. Co-mayors. Like what? Who cares? Whatever. I hope she like sends us a cease and desist for this. Like, who cares? This is so dumb. Anyway.
Agreed.
Can we move on before my blood pressure gets too high?
Do you want something even more dumb or something fun?
Both. Whatever. Dealer's choice.
Let's do dumb. Harry Jowsey is getting a dating show.
Oh, I hate this. Can we move on to the next thing? Are you fucking kidding? What? He's been on them. Is it on like the Unwell network? Because I'll lose my marbles.
They're going to definitely be producing it, let's be honest. I think it's with Netflix, and it is basically like he's the Bachelor.
So I gotta watch this guy who is not a good person from what I've heard from his past exes date a bunch of other women. It's gonna be like watching Nick Viall. I won't.
I find it, okay, fine. Bad people exist. We watch a lot of reality TV with bad people. I hate dating shows where people aren't interested in actually dating someone, having a long-term relationship, pursuing an engagement, marriage. I don't think you should get engaged or married on the show, but like that should be your goal. It just seems pointless to have so many dating shows that are such failures on a grand scale.
No, literally no one finds love on these fucking shows anymore. Okay? And also, can we give up the idea of like one person dates 20 other people?
Agreed.
Are we done? Are we done swapping spit with the same person for 4 weeks? Like, can we move on?
Why are we, like, lifting one person up as, like, the prize?
I always found The Bachelor to be, like, somewhat abusive-ish, because it's like, you aren't allowed... You're literally not allowed to do anything with anyone else, but I'm allowed to do whatever I want with this number of women, and you just have to be okay with it, and then I get to dump you. Like,
when you're not okay with it, I dump you.
That's crazy, right? I've never been a Bachelor person. I've always been Bravo. At least Love Island, they all get someone-ish.
Because then they, like, pit the women against each other, not just in the dating. They make them sit down and have the most uncomfortable conversations. Because if you told me that there was a dating concept where, let's say the lead is a guy, they find 4 different people to matchmake him with, and those people live in different places, they don't interact with each other, and he goes on 4 different dates, fine. It's the having to live and talk to each other about the shared person you're dating all the time.
You know what you just described was MTV's Parental Control, where the mom and the dad both pick someone, and then the ex-boyfriend had to watch it. That was good dating show. It was
not
super
the ex,
fake.
it was the current.
Or the current, you're right. The current had to sit there. You know what? Though it was well needed. So that's what, bring back good dating show. Bring back Next on MTV.
Bring back Next.
That was a show. And my favorite part of that show was the people getting off the bus got to 3 different facts that were the most outrageous things you could ever describe about yourself. It'd be like, Alicia, 31, likes to pick her butt, always is like smacking dogs in the butt. Like, it's the craziest shit that like you would put on there and be like, huh?
That show, there was multiple people dating one person, but while there was power with the lead, I'll call them, the people dating the lead also had a power balance, or like it was an equal power balance because the daters could take money, and so they could also play a game with the lead.
Yes. And
it wasn't one-sided.
Your time was never wasted. If you were nexted immediately, you got to leave and you got $1.
Very good point.
It turned out fine. Oh, so Harry Jowsey, I will not be probably watching, but I'm sure I'll see it on
I'm going to wait to see what the trailer looks like to see if I'm going to hate watch it, and I'll report.
Hey, I'm going to guess. Whatever he ends with, it won't last 6 months.
No,
that's my guess.
What will piss me off the most is if the show ends and in present day they're not even together.
That's exactly what'll happen.
We'll see.
Okay, great. I hope I'm proved wrong or whatever, but I won't be.
Okay, another new show, which I think you'll like, is Summer House Canada. Did you see that announcement?
I saw this. I, for a second, was like, is this real? And why are they doing this to us? But okay, I'm in.
We're going to have to figure out how to get a high-U subscription, though, because they're the ones producing this, and it's going to be like Real Housewives of London, where it's not on Peacock until way later. So
that might if no one can watch it, do we just wait till it's way later in the US?
I know, but like I would love to see that.
No, I know, same, but
I don't like that Canada and like Europe are going to get it and we don't.
I don't like how there's no overlap, but I'm going to continuously blame the government forever, but maybe HBO Max will pick it up. Like Crave.
They have I think, a direct partnership with Peacock for this stuff, since they're buying the name from them.
Can Peacock just hurry up and give it to us?
It's like, I get it if you were going to give it to me like a day or two delayed because like you're going to let it go live and then you're going to dump it on Peacock for US, but why, like, Real Housewives of London is coming to Peacock this summer, and I think it aired like a year ago.
Wait, what's coming this summer?
Real Housewives of London. Is being dropped on Peacock to compete with Stassi's House of Stassi. It's dropping the same day her show is.
Nice.
But they aired that like a year ago to the high-U subscribers.
See, it's like, but if we cover it and no one can watch it because no one has high-U here.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But I think that's why people would want us to cover it.
Maybe. We'll figure it out.
Decide as more information comes out.
We got to figure out how to get to Canada first.
Actually, we just moved to Canada for the 8 weeks that it's airing.
Hey, let's figure it out. Hey, it's an option.
You know what?
Hey, actually, I'll leave the country. They gotta have a visa for 8 weeks or something.
Yeah.
We could do it.
That's basically all
anything
my news.
Else?
Do you have anything?
No, can we get to watching? We're not reading. I'm not reading. My brain's
boop,
fried.
boop.
Skip. We're going to watching.
Hopping over reading. You go, because I know you said you have something you want to talk about.
Meredith, let me paint a picture for you.
Okay.
It was quarter close. And
yes.
From this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was working from the hours of 8 a.m. to about 10 to 11 p.m., depending on...
Obviously, somebody's dream, especially during summer.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And one day, it was really rainy, and I was like, I don't want to watch a show. I don't want to watch Bravo when it's rainy. I would rather watch a movie. And I was like, what movie to watch? And so I went on to Amazon Prime because I was like, they probably have some movies or something. Like, maybe She's the Man is on there. But then I saw this movie that we've talked about, but I don't really know about it. And when you talked about it originally, I didn't really clock it. And I told you about the second movie, and you were like, I already watched the first, and I know you watched the second. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch these movies so I could talk to Meredith about it if they're good.
You watched both of them?
Yeah, I watched My Fault and Your Fault, London. Yeah, I watched both. And let me tell you something. I was like, if they're bad, I just like won't even bring up that I brought it up or that I watched it. The most terrible movies, we have to talk about them.
But like, it's like good bad where you're like, I must discuss.
I think I missed something because I'm half working, and at one point I was like, why is there a driving gang? Okay, so I'm going to try to describe to the viewers what this is about. Please step in at any point.
No, I'm going to let you run through the entire thing in your perspective, and I'll tell you that I'll fill it in after.
Okay, I'm going to do the first movie first.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do it in different movies.
Sure. So there's this girl, Noah, who is clearly played by a British actress, like so beyond clear because her British accent kept coming out. But in actuality, the character is from Florida. So Noah is leaving her boyfriend and best friend behind because her mom is now together, dating, married, I don't know, to this guy in London. So they're moving to London, where her mom's originally from, and they're going to move in with the new husband and the stepbrother, right? Mm-hmm. Which, yuck, but okay. So we moved to London. Noah meets her stepbrother, Nick, and Nick's a dick.
How have you never met your stepbrother? Because the parents are married.
But Florida to London is like not that crazy of a flight.
No.
And how did the parents get married and they weren't both at the wedding?
Exactly.
Hello? Okay.
First plot hole, just want to say.
Nick's a big fucking dick and she hates him, you know? But I think we can all see where this is going. Anyway, Noah's boyfriend ends up cheating on her with her best friend, so they break up. So she's like, Nick, wherever you're going in your fancy car, I'm going to go with you. And
because the new husband and stepbrother are rich,
filthy. Nick got his own money. He like sold the company or some shit. And
I don't understand his world, but yeah.
He sold the company because he doesn't have to go to college because he has so much money. And the dad also owns the company. So they both separately are extremely wealthy. And so he takes her to this car racing thing where we find out Noah can race fast sports cars? Question mark? Okay, so her and Nick like bond over racing and he finds that really hot. And then you can guess the step siblings get together, which is awesome. I'm hitting the high points because I can't tell you about the details. So the step siblings get together. So they're falling in love. They're racing. They're sleeping behind their parents' back. Disgusting that was a sentence.
The parents not knowing is, interesting.
Okay, so then this is where things get fuzzy. There's a racing gang who like steals Noah. Well, also Nick like beat one of the guys and he was like pissed at the race.
Nick was into kind of boxing a little bit, but his mom made him promise not to stop fighting or he wouldn't be able to see his younger sister.
You're right. There was a younger sister involved and a mom. So Nick has to stay out of trouble, right? Yeah. But Nick, because he's a good fighter and racer, has made a lot of enemies. And so there's like this racing gang that's out to get Nick. And long story short, they kidnap Noah. Yep. And you find out that her kidnapper is actually her dad, the leader of the gang, who's also a race car driver. And that's how Noah knows how to race. So they kidnap her and her dad genuinely does not want to spend any time with her and is holding her for ransom. So when they're on the phone with Nick and his dad, where's mom? I have no idea. And the police, he's like, hey, I genuinely need ransom. And Noah is so frightened of her father, the race car driver, murderer. I don't know what he did. Doesn't matter. He went
to jail at some point because I think he did something to her previously like this. Or like she may have been in the car as a kid when he was like racing or something. Or like there was something where she was involved. But it wasn't her choice.
But would that make you extremely scared of your father if he just drove fast with you in the back seat?
If my dad was part of a racing gang and somehow I got put into a precarious position
He
and
held you
then
for
he goes to
ransom?
jail. This is before the ransom.
No, what if this is the second time he held? I don't
Oh,
know. He
maybe.
did something.
He
But
did
I just
something
don't
and
know.
she was there. They didn't really explain it well, but you just know that she hates her dad. Her dad used to be in jail. She thought her dad was in jail when she gets abducted.
Yeah. He has a lovely American accent, I'll say, the dad. I believe that one. Anyway, so yeah, Noah's being held for ransom by her own father. And then Noah's like, oh my God, you know what? In one of the races, I like lost a car or something, but it has a GPS. So I'm going to go find Noah by myself and not tell the police. I'm going to fight.
Oh, yeah, Nick says that. He
This is like
realizes
the-
he can find her.
Yeah, it's like the Fast and Furious. So he goes and he saves Noah and stuff. Did I get it?
Yeah.
And then let's end the movie really quick. Noah and Nick are together, but their parents have no idea.
They have like an inkling. They're like, that would be weird if our kids, like, they were confused why Nick was like so concerned, and then they just chalk it up to he cares about her as a
Family.
sibling.
Yeah, that's family, baby. No
So they're
one
like, "There's
cares about a
no
step sibling
way."
like that. That
Who
you
would do
just
that?
met less than a year ago? I don't think so. There are some friends I really wouldn't even. First of all, if my sibling got held for ransom by my father for some reason, I don't have a step sibling. So if my actual sibling, I'd be distraught. Would I try to fight my father and his racing gang off myself? No, because that would probably kill both me and my sibling. So
Exactly.
that's crazy. No, it was the weirdest thing I ever watched. I will say though, the actors who play Noah and Nick, chemistry, these two step siblings. Chemistry. But
Yep.
it freaks me out because they are step siblings, but they
I
have
know.
chemistry.
I know. It pisses me off when it like
Yeah.
is working, and then I have to constantly remind myself that this is weird family dynamics.
Yeah, okay, so what did I miss? We're this racing
No.
gang.
That's it. The racing gang though was the minions, I'm gonna call them, were enemies of like Nick, or like on the competing kind of like racing gang that he often competed against anyways.
Okay.
But it never got to like taking somebody hostage, obviously.
That was just when the leader showed
Somehow,
up.
The dad knows those people or like gets involved with those people. That really wasn't explained. But like it wasn't like the dad's minions. It's like the dad went and found this competing group.
Great.
It was like,
So
I'll pay you money to abduct my daughter.
Did the dad die? What happened to him?
Ooh, that I can't remember. I don't think he dies. I think he just goes back to jail because they did that race basically through the city where they're like running away in this car that Nick saved her in.
No, it was lovely. I would like to shout out, though, a lovely quote. Well, it's not a direct quote, but when Nick and Noah are talking, Noah's opening up about her dad to this guy. And she is talking about how, like, her dad's bad. You know, she's like, my dad's bad. And Nick's like, that doesn't make you bad. And she goes, but I'm half of him. Girl, no. Shut the fuck up. What are we talking about?
That's the
I'm
thing.
half of him?
It's not like it's like a disorder he has, so you're worried you have it, and like genes wise, you're concerned. It's like, hey, just because your dad's like a murderer, just because your dad holds people hostage, doesn't mean you're gonna do the same.
So Noah always tries to have this air of like, I'm dark. And I'm like, girl, cut off. Like, you need to stop it with the dark eyeliner. Like, we're good. We're fine.
Luckily,
we're good.
that doesn't carry over into the second film.
Oh my God, the second film was wild. Okay, so Your Fault, London was also crazy. Here's what I gathered from that. Nick and Noah are fucking, and their parents have not a clue, really. Yeah, they are together. They are in love, okay?
In secret.
And the happiest they could ever be. Yeah, everyone else like knows, but also like
all their friends know. It's like an open secret, just not to their parents.
100%, because their parents would be pissed, which
rightfully so.
Yeah, I get it. also, it's not the worst thing that could happen, but it is weird.
I agree. I find it, your parents are going to be more upset if you hid it from them
Yeah.
than if you just came out with it and said, I'm fucking my step sibling and
Well-
this is this. Like, you're not going to do anything about it. I feel like
Yeah.
the parents wouldn't react as harshly.
100%, because it's not incest. And you all
No.
didn't grow up with each other. You met at like 20,
Yeah.
18? I don't know. It doesn't matter because they're soon not going to be under the same roof, which surprises me that Nick is filthy rich and doesn't have like his own place, but maybe he also does. It's hard to tell.
I think he didn't. Well, I don't know why he did it in the first movie. He might have been moving or something. I think they discussed at the beginning. Like, he was there for the summer or something. And then I think he stayed because she was under that roof. So then they could basically live together.
Well, she's going to Oxford now, okay?
Because everybody in London goes to Oxford.
That's the only college, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so she's gonna see our friends from Maxton Hall there. Okay, they're all in the same class, and we're very excited about that. But yeah, so she goes to Oxford, and this is where Mom gets an inkling that Noah and Nick are a little closer. Doesn't matter. So then Nick is dropping Noah off, and then when he's leaving, he runs into Briar, who has weird history with Nick that I still honestly can't really explain, but that's okay. Great. And so she befriends Noah because obviously. And
anybody who has history and is an ex of somebody, now we have to become best friends with the new girlfriend because we have to be weirdos at all times.
100%. Even though we don't even know what Briar's issue is with Nick, honestly. And then we also have another friend named Michael who's really into Noah. But if you remember, Noah's dating her stepbrother. So Nick is busy because he got hired at his dad's company, which seems weird for someone who's filthy fucking rich and sold an app. So why would you work in like consulting? You can just
seriously working for his dad's company, like suit, tie, and all.
No,
not just like fucking around helping them out with like, taking a paycheck from your dad's company.
He's taking this very seriously. He cannot fuck up this job. You would think he's going to be homeless if he fucks up this job.
100%. You would think that he came from such a poor family, like trying to like make it big. He takes this supporting so seriously.
4 dependents. Yeah, no. He's an app creator, so I don't know what he's doing in consulting, but hilarious. So he has to like sign a deal with this hot girl, right? They're working with him and his dad.
Or like, it's her company, I think.
Sure.
That they bought, or somehow, he's working with this hot girl. That also the business stuff not really explained.
Yeah, so him and his dad are working with this hot girl, and of course, because Noah's away at school and Nick's really taking this job seriously, they're not hanging out and talking as much. So, like,
long distance.
Noah's whatever. But to hang out more, Noah goes to one of, like, the press conferences of this company. Okay. And the mom picks up on vibes because she's like, why would you come back from Oxford for this press conference? So she's like, you and Nick better break the fuck up. And so they don't because they're in love. But then when they're playing tennis with this hot blonde, Noah shows up and she's like, Nick and I are dating because she got all jealous.
Well, because the dad's trying to set up the coworkers, which is also weird.
So unprofessional. So what company does this dad run?
Like, I understand if one of Nick's friends was like, this girl's hot, like pursue her, but the dad trying to put them together?
Business together and you're like, they should date before the business is signed?
This is an HR violation in many different ways.
This is crazy. Also, don't pimp out your children. Stop this.
Yeah, it's weird.
Your children should never date anyone in your eyes, okay? Stop this. Don't set your children up.
You should have a big hand in it, that's for sure.
No. So dad now knows, and he's furious.
Pissed.
Oh, man. He's like, what if this got out to the press? And I was like, listen, sir, it's not like they're actual siblings, though. And also, y'all, the chances of them knowing who Noah is, who's not a part of your company, are like slim to none. Okay?
Which if they would have taken the course of, if this had been leaked to the press and we didn't know and we were caught off guard, the secret of it being leaked to the press and we weren't the ones who knew, I wish they would have taken that angle, because I feel like they should have leaned more into that this was a secret, not the press is going to have a field day and our company's going to blow up, because that's just not true. This would be one headline and then we would all move on.
It was strange. Anyway, so Noah storms off because the dad's like, y'all gotta split up.
The dad threatens him. He's like, I am going to fire you from my company. You're gonna have to drop out of Oxford. And I'm like, oh my God, this is actually a little bit too harsh. I think dating your step-sibling is weird. However, pulling her out of college and whatever about Nick because he has his own money.
Sure.
But like, he's like, I'm gonna destroy your whole life over this. I'm like, okay, maybe that's a bit of an overreaction.
But also, you're not my dad. What are you fucking yelling at me for? Mom, what are we doing here?
He is the one funding everybody's life.
Okay, Mom, step up
Real
and be
dad
like, no.
Is in jail.
Well, if I was real mom, I'd be like, hold up. You're not... We can punish them, but take them out of college is crazy work.
True. Like, why are you literally going to blow up my entire daughter's life over this? The mom was like, I told you, you should break up.
Let's just take away her car or something. Why are we taking her out of college?
That's so true. Is like, take away all the luxury items in their lives, but like, keep her in her education.
Don't give her extra spending money. Just give her her tuition, her books, and her board. And then... Yeah, this was so crazy.
Make their lives hard so they have no time to spend together.
No, honestly, it was ridiculous. So Noah storms out of there, and then the hot blonde comes back, and she's like, what'd I miss? Okay, weirdo.
Yeah, because hot blonde still doesn't know
she has no idea.
Nick is dating Noah.
So Nick and Noah decided to stay together, but they're gonna be secret about it again. Doesn't matter.
Not only are they still dating, but they're like, we're gonna double down on our secret life.
Yeah. Even though all of the Oxford friends know about them and all their other friends know about them. Okay, so this is where we have a bunch of side stories too, because there's also this race happening that Nick's best friend bet his gym that Nick's gonna like win a race. But like Nick promised...
He needed extra money. The friend needed more money to buy an engagement ring, I think, for his girlfriend.
So he leveraged his gym.
He placed an insane bet.
Yeah, so Nick has to race, even though he promised Noah he would never race again. But he does, right? And then... Noah shows up and like gets mad at him and he loses the race. And then the friend, like, is so upset. And so Noah's like, oh, it's because the guy racing, Nick, cheated. So Noah's like, how about double or nothing?
Oh,
and then Nick's like, oh, my God, you can't race, but she's gonna. Also, we have the relationship. So Nick's trying to close a deal with this hot blonde who he gets drunk with when he should have been calling Noah. Noah's at like a Halloween
on a business trip.
Yeah, they go on a business golfing trip, which was crazy. And then Noah's like hanging out with Michael. And so they're both jealous of the other one because whatever. And so they get in a big fight.
There was a missed call. Nick was supposed to call her before going to bed and he doesn't.
Sure. I'm trying to think like, I know there's another race and I'm trying to think like,
Nick and Noah break up because of or they like take a break. I forget what it is, but she goes to London. They have a conversation and she is upset with Nick.
I got it. I think you go on.
So they're broken up and then Noah is going on that race, but she brings Michael. And,
I got it.
And Nick, where was Nick?
Oh, I got it. Okay, yes. So they're like fighting or whatever, but they're still together, but Noah's like pissed off. So she's going to go to this race now because she's got to do it. Even though she promised Nick she wouldn't, she's going to go to this race. She brings Michael. Shout out Michael. Michael's like,
how do you know this like underground racing ring?
Michael, bless him. He's like, should we be here right now? And she's like, shut up, Michael. Meet me at the end.
Stand over there.
And so she gets in the car and whatever. Nick's trying to get a hold of what's her nuts? Noah. He's trying, but then
because Nick gets a call from the guy in jail who abducted Noah in the first movie.
Yes.
And it's like Nick finds out that it is a setup, but Noah doesn't know, isn't answering him. So then Nick hops on his motorcycle.
Wait. I gotta tell you about it.
Back up.
I gotta tell you about this. Yes, wait, the guy in prison calls Nick, but Nick is trying so hard to get a hold of Noah that he answers the phone and goes, Noah? And doesn't look at caller ID, which cracked me up. And this guy's like, hey, Noah's gonna race. And Nick's like, oh, I gotta go stop her because it's a setup, as you said. So he runs on his stupid bike and he enters. First, he drives up and he sees Michael there and he's like, oh, you gotta be fucking
pissed,
kidding me.
But he's like, she's here. I gotta go get her.
So then he joins the race and he's driving. The other thing to note is because it's a setup mostly because they know Noah's gonna beat this driver, this other gang member.
Yeah, because Noah's a better driver than this gang member. But the gang member's ego is so big. He's so big. She's not gonna beat me.
She'll never beat me. So Nick's like, now Noah's in front. She's doing great. The gang member's in the back. Then she looks in her rearview mirror and sees a guy on a bike and just knows it's Nick. And so Nick's like in the race and he's like, Noah, pull over. This is all while they're driving 160 miles an hour, kilometers an hour. Forgive me. So he's like, Noah, pull over. And she's like, no, get out of my way, Nick. And so he rides his bike in front of her. She's able to brake without hitting him.
Impossible.
Shout out. So then this guy with the giant ego passes her and is like, I'm gonna win. But the setup is they put out there's men set up to put out spikes. And so the spikes go out and this guy hits it and he crashes the car and Noah and Nick are just like, wow. And Noah's like, oh my God, I can't believe it was a setup or whatever. But then Nick's like, I told you, I knew it was a setup. And she's like, why the fuck didn't you tell me then? And he's like, because I was trying to protect you. And she's like, don't you see I would have never shown up if you had just told me it's a setup? And then
massive miscommunication this entire movie. That is so unnecessary.
And then Michael shows up. This is my favorite part. Michael shows up and he's like, hey, are you okay, Noah? Because that's crazy what just happened. I've never left Oxford before.
Oh yeah, because Michael was like, I'm going to go to the finish line. I'll watch.
Yeah, he saw the car and he was like, are you okay? And she's like, Michael, give me a second. I'm like, damn, dude. And so she's arguing with Noah.
You dragged him here.
She's arguing with Noah and he's like, oh,
Nick?
Nick, sorry. Noah's arguing with Nick. And Nick's like, I'm worried when my girlfriend wants to fuck another man. And Noah, loud as can be, goes, I don't want to fuck Michael. And I was like, Michael is right there. Poor Michael, man.
Also, we don't have to scream it from afar. We should just tell him up front, I just want to be friends with you.
Michael maybe didn't also want to fuck you, but you really had to draw a line in the sand, huh?
Publicly.
So that poor guy is
don't
just
ruin his street cred. He just showed up to the underground driving gang.
He was here as a friend to you, and you're just dogging him like that. And you know what? Michael does want to fuck you, but not anymore, I guess. Jesus. And then she's like, Nick, we're breaking up, and she leaves with Michael. She drives, obviously, because Michael's really shaken up from this day. And then they go back to Michael's dorm, I guess, in Oxford, and they end up fucking. So I guess she did.
No, not yet, not yet, because
what happened?
They go back. She's sad girl. They're both
sad girl.
and then they both think each other is hooking up with the additional person. So Noah with Michael and Nick with the coworker.
Oh, sure.
That meddling girl, what's her name? Briar?
Briar.
Answers Noah's phone and says that her and Michael are getting along.
You know what?
And
there's a company party somewhere.
There's the company anniversary
there's a
company
something. Gala happening.
And so Briar meddles with Nick and Noah and tells them that they're with the other person. And so at the company party, Nick dances with the coworker. The coworker kisses him because the coworker does not know he's dating anyone. Not even that he's dating Noah, that he's in a relationship. So she thinks she has a chance. I kind of feel bad for that girl.
Her and Michael were the true victims of this movie.
Yeah, but at least Michael knew Noah was in a relationship.
That's true.
Coworker has no idea.
No clue.
Nick is flirting with her when he's in a relationship.
You're right. So they kiss.
And
then Noah sees,
loses it, obviously.
And then Briar comes forth and is like, I have history with Nick, but we don't actually know the history.
I guess they like dated at some point. It was like a
He broke
fling
her
and she
heart.
wanted
He broke her
more.
heart.
And yeah, she's like, this is what happens when he breaks your heart.
Absolute
Okay,
blah.
Briar.
Okay, girl. So then they're really sad, the both of them. And so, yeah, because now Noah's not friends with Briar, she goes back to Michael's dorm. And this is when sad girl fucks Michael.
Which is not good.
Michael's
Poor Michael.
thrilled.
Also, Michael, why did you agree to that?
Michael knew. He heard her say, I don't want to fuck Michael. He had to. He wasn't that far away.
But also,
Hello.
like, she's not actually into you. To be like a pity fuck, stand up for yourself, Michael.
Michael did want to fuck Noah. So then Noah wakes up the next day. She's like, fuck, I slept with Michael. I didn't even want to. But she grabs his jacket and walks home barefoot, I might add, to her dorm where Nick is sitting there distraught. He's like, I've been up all night waiting for you.
Sad.
And then he gets up and she's like, this isn't good. Right? And so then he's like, whose jacket is that? And then Michael starts calling and Nick is pissed. And Noah's like, Nick, no, don't,
And somehow Nick knows where Michael lives.
For sure, because it's Oxford and the addresses must be public. And so he takes his stupid bike to Michael's house and he beats the living shit out of Michael. I don't even know if words were exchanged. I just know he beats the living shit out of Michael. And then, I don't know, must call the police on himself. Because then he's sitting on the curb.
On the curb?
No one knows where to go. She goes to Michael's apartment to find Nick. And she's like, oh my God, Nick. And he's like, Noah, I'm so sorry. And then the police show up to arrest him. And then it ended. And I was like, what the fuck happened?
There's a third movie.
Is this based off a book series?
It's based off a book series, and they already did a version. It's in, I think, Italian and set in Italy. It's like whatever the words of like my fault are in Italian. And so like this already exists. There's a version, but then they made an English version because God forbid we watch things with subtitles based in London for us English speakers.
What the hell was that?
I know.
He just beat the living shit out of Michael and then called the cops on himself. And then it ended. Once I started to be like, holy shit. And then it went to play. And I was like, well, hello?
Something that's crazy for me is that Nick is the first to be told that something is happening with Noah and Michael. But by Briar, why would he ever believe Briar? He knows she's gotten close to Noah to piss him off.
That was your one hole in the plot.
But I'm just like, really? You're gonna go make out with your coworker? Weird on its own. Because Briar said she moved on. It's been like 5 days.
I still have a lot of questions on the biker, or not the bike, the car gang. They're trying to make it like, I love the Fast and Furious movies, okay? If we're going to talk stupid car movies, I've seen all of them multiple times. I love that franchise.
Yeah.
It's awful. They sent a car into space, okay? Like, I've seen a lot. And this was so dumb. I couldn't figure out the plot. As far as the racing went, I get the main plot is siblings fucking each other, okay? I got that. But the side plot, and also this gym and proposal, I was like,
the gym
we're racing for the
in
gym.
movie 2.
What's this guy from prison trying to kill Noah, and why?
I can understand just in the simplest form of it, the racing. It's like, it's their hobby, whatever. But the minute we add the rival gangs, the prison, the people in prison, the bets into it, I'm like, hey guys, let's find other hobbies. Let's like drag race at night.
What's the beef with this guy from prison and Noah?
He's the one who got arrested after the kidnapping of Noah.
Sure, but so he wants to kill her?
So now he's upset that he's in jail for his own actions. My thing is, where did the beef start?
Wouldn't he want to kill Nick? Because Nick's the one that found Noah was helplessly held for ransom.
No, I agree. I think they're trying to get after Nick by getting
By
Noah
killing
because that
Noah.
will hurt him more.
Oh, yeah. I just wonder why the beef?
Where did the beef start?
Where's the beef, you know?
Like, I get being angry you're in jail now, but how did it build up to this?
Is the third one Our Fault London?
Yes.
When's that?
Probably next year.
You have fucking... I'm going to forget this whole movie franchise. This was terrible. Except I'll never forget the chemistry of these step siblings. It was hot.
When they kiss, I'm like...
I'm done.
Oh, because there was a scene when they're hooking up in his apartment... And he's like, "You're mine." Yeah. I was like, "This is hot." I was like, "They're not step siblings in my eyes."
This actress, she's lovely. She is so British, dude. At one point, she was yelling at Nick, and she goes, "Stop it!" And I was like, "Oh my god, you got to work with a dialect coach." I'm not believing you're from Florida for a second.
Or like when you have a bad take, let's not use that and let's redo it.
Stop it, girl. Girl.
Yeah.
Florida? I don't think so. Anyway.
Also, the actor who plays Nick, when his hair isn't dyed, I don't think he's as hot as when his hair is dyed in the movie. Because they just had Obsessed Fest for the Prime shows and movies. And I was like, whoa, these you don't look hot to me. You look way hotter when you're in your movie character.
I miss when Oxford was for Maxton Hall. Prime really loves Oxford, dude.
Prime. Next thing you know, the off-campus crew is going to go to grad school at Oxford.
The Summer I Turned Pretty is going to Oxford, I think. I think the movie's them going to Oxford, I think. I don't even know if they were in whatever. Anyway, tell me about something else because I want to forget about step siblings.
Okay, can I tell you?
Oh my god, this got a 4.7? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
People are obsessed with it. That's how I found it, is it was like discussed so much in the like book to movie adaptations. And I was like, the fuck is this? I always saw, people make edits on TikTok about, like the book boyfriend they're in love with. He was always in it. Nick was. And I was like, who's Nick? Whatever his last name is, starts with like an L. And I was like, what? So I finally turned it on and I was like, oh, good God.
So I wonder if it's a good book to movie adaptation. But if you haven't read the books, the movie just doesn't like hit. I will say I found the Italian one and this man is hot. Colpa mia, colpa tuya, and colpa nuestra. Yeah, that one. I like colpa
Those have been
mia.
out for a while. Those are also on Prime. I tried to watch it, but because I've already watched the London version first, I just already know the plot, so it doesn't hit.
No, that man's hot. Anyway, okay, tell me about something you're doing.
Can I tell you what's been going on in the Valley?
Yeah.
And ruin your day?
Yes.
Okay.
I was looking up Nick, sorry, without the dyed hair.
So, in the Valley this season, the issues with Danny... Well, let me pause. You watched season 2 of the Valley, yes or no? Yeah,
I've seen it all except this new season.
Okay. So, the issues from last season with Danny being weird, carrying over, We've moved past him roping Jasmine and Melissa, but he still continues to be weird when he's drinking, but he also is that same way when he's not. So I'm going to make it very clear that it isn't necessarily the drinking. And so a big discussion around the group is that Danny's still being weird. He makes people feel uncomfortable. It does happen when he's drinking. He's now hiding his drinking on multiple occasions. Lies about it to the group. Bravo's not letting him get away with it. Like, they are clocking when he has a drink in his hand and he doesn't think cameras are on him. Or in Brittany's house, there was a White Claw found in a bathroom upstairs, and Bravo literally pulled the footage, and Danny said he never drank a White Claw that day. He wasn't drinking, or he wasn't drinking White Claws or something. And then Bravo found footage with him with the White Claw and that flavor in his hand.
I do think it's a problem when you're drinking alone in a bathroom at a party.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And at Zach's housewarming party, he said he wasn't drinking. He made a big to-do about how he wasn't going to drink at the party. And then Bravo catches him pouring a drink for himself. And then people asked him after the fact, was he drinking? And he lied about it to their face too. So it's not just like he's like, oh, I'm not going to drink, and then ends up drinking and changes his mind. After it, like a day or two, when people confront him about it, he's still lying about it. So obviously the topic of his drinking is brought up, and that is what confuses I'm going to say confuses because I know Nia and Danny do know what he's doing or like do know his fault and they're trying to hide it. But when there's arguments, they try to double down that it's the drinking and like, why can't he have a drink and why can't somebody be messy when they're drinking? Because everybody else in this cast does get messy too. And it's like, that's not the problem. I mean, that is a problem. Fine. If like people are messy drunks and you have to deal with them, but that's not the problem that we're trying to talk to you about. But nobody in the cast will be straight up with Danny. And there's a few reasons why. One, I just think they're being little bitches and like won't confront him to his face. Two, when you do confront him, Nia pulls him away. She like gentle parents him and is like, in this latest episode, they're on a vacation in Mexico and they're having 3 different nights where it's 3 different people's birthdays and it's Danny's birthday night. And Nia pulls him out of the discussion and is like, we're not gonna get angry. We're like, she like keeps saying we about things, like we're gonna walk away, and is like ushering him away. And he's like, don't talk to me like that. He's like being so rude to her too. And it's like, okay, so you guys also are unable to have the conversation. And then 3, when they do have any type of discussion, it's like all of this yelling and it's like, we're not getting to the point. And Danny gets so angry and is so rude and then starts attacking people instead of just listening to what's happening, because Lala is the one fighting a lot of this battle. And I hate that I'm on Lala's side, but like, you got to give credit where credit's due. Yeah. She's the only one who's saying it to his face. And then he attacks her and is like, basically making fun of her like traumas and triggers and stuff like that. It's like wild.
That is nuts. This man is like halfway like insane, I think.
He's just an evangelical Christian, and then he's like talks down to his wife all the time, won't help with the baby, yells at her if he's like she's not giving him attention, and he's giving the baby attention. He like was telling her she had to have sex with him for his birthday. She's like 4 months postpartum. The baby's there on vacation with them and they have like their nanny there to like take care of it, but she's breastfeeding full time. The baby will only breastfeed, will not take bottles. So she's like exhausted. She's like trying to film, trying to do all this stuff. I think it's horrible that she's like, you know, downplaying her husband's behavior, but still like she's dealing with that. Like it's like to the extreme of everything she does have to deal with, whether right or not. And then he's like, make sure you like bang me tonight because it's my fucking birthday. It's so insane.
Ew.
Yes.
Can we get, or do we want to get her out?
People are very much like, we tried to like be on the side of Nia last season, and she doubles down and like gets so upset with other people who are trying to also care for her in this situation. And it's like, oh, like you're a part of it. She's lying in current press. She's lying. She lied on Watch What Happens Live that he wasn't drinking all this stuff and like spinning things. And it's like, no, we all saw what happened. Like Bravo pulled the receipts on you and you're lying to Andy's face. And Andy didn't call her out. It was so annoying.
Aren't they done with the Valley, these two?
I don't think so, because how else are they going to support themselves and their 4 children?
This is not good for...
No.
Because you can only care as much as the person in it, exactly. And then you gotta like not. Yeah, it makes me sad for her. Like I don't want to hate her, but I have a feeling 100%. When I watch it, I'm gonna get angry with her
for Danny's actions. I hate her for how she
is
handles the fighting with other people, and she is tearing other people down to distract from her own husband's issues. And Kristen is in on it too now, and it is gross.
Because Kristen's on Nia's, they're friends.
Yep. And they always just say like, Danny and Nia have an amazing marriage and Kristen looks up to it, and it's like, I want it. This is gross.
Wasn't Luke kind of a fucking loser too?
I think Luke is not as bad as Danny. I think Luke has a lot of missteps when being a first-time parent, but I think a lot of that could be course-corrected.
Okay.
And I think he's gotten better over the season. I think a lot of people disagree with me that he is better at talking about his emotions and things, and he is getting dismissed, and people are mad that when Kristen brings up her emotions, he brings up his too and how he feels. And they're like, Kristen's postpartum, like you need to take care of her. But I'm on the stance of like, if he feels like he's being dismissed in his emotions, he should be able to say that too.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure. I saw at the beginning of the season how people were
He
really
had a lot of
disgusted
issues.
because I
Yeah.
think both him and Danny like weren't like kind to their wives who are both
Yes.
postpartum.
Yes.
Yeah, that's rough.
Is Luke is more helpful than Danny is on just a parenting basis. And I hate the
Okay.
word helpful because it's like you're a dad, you should just be present. Luke
Helpful's
is a
crazy.
present parent like when they're traveling and he's like attentive to it. He gets sidetracked, I will say easily when they go on trips cuz I think in his mind he's like we're filming, this is fun, we have a nanny, like they're the person to deal with this, but Kristen will be like, yes, but we need to get her settled and the nanny settled, and then we
Okay.
can go have fun. Whereas he's like, oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God, we're at
yeah.
the hotel. Yeah, I'll go get a drink with the guys. And Kristen's like, whoa, focus. And they'll be like, you're right, focus. And then he'll do that shit.
So
And then,
Lala is Danny's op.
mm-hmm.
Who's with Lala? Not that she needs anyone, but
It's still Janet. It's still Brittany.
you know what?
I
You know what? My hot take has always been I really like Janet. I've liked Janet when everyone hated Janet. She was
Yeah,
my dark horse.
they're really on Janet's neck this season, Danny and
Nah.
Nia, to blame her that this ever was talked about or that this is a problem, that this is in headlines. And Janet is like, you did the thing. I just talked about it.
Yeah,
And you're
hell
mad
yeah.
at me for talking about it, but let's remember you did the thing. And she's
Yeah.
like, there would have been headlines anyway. Were there more headlines because I said something? Yeah, like she can own that and like say, like, yes, I added to this. And I'm sorry for your pain of, in a sense, making this bigger, but you still did the thing. So if you're not sorry and you can't address why this started, why am I apologizing?
I stand by liberal Janet and her hot husband for
I agree.
sure.
I was always of my I hate Janet was not a point for Danny and Nia. Like I wholeheartedly think obviously they're fucked up. My thing with Janet was always Jasmine asked her to not talk about it and not continue it. And so when you are pushing things and making the victim of it uncomfortable, you
Yeah,
have some faults too. And this
that's
past
true.
episode,
Mhm.
Janet really dove into that and it was beautiful. And I am a stan on Janet because of the like growth she's done and the reflection. And I love when I see reflection in a discussion where I see how you got there and what you did. Because Janet, trigger warning for anybody, opened up about sexual assault she experienced when she didn't say the age, but she said school. So I'm guessing like a younger middle school, high school age. And that somebody touched her inappropriately and she just viewed it as like a hookup when she was of that age. But her mom really was there for her and got her in
Wow.
therapy and that they couldn't even really afford therapy, but her mom worked overtime to make sure that she kind of got through this. And so when this happened to Janet last year, she felt like she couldn't speak up about it in her experience. And so she really was vocal, I think, to stick up for Jasmine
Oh,
and try
interesting.
to hold Danny accountable. But that was like somewhat misplaced because she was using her own trauma, obviously, to
Hmm.
like work through Jasmine's. And like that's not okay, but she could reflect on that and see that. And so she's like, I'm not sorry for calling out and addressing what you did wrong, but I'm sorry for how I handled it because how I went about it was not okay. And I'm like, there we go. Love
Wow,
it,
that's
Janet.
incredible.
It was
Oh,
beautiful.
I love
It was
Janet.
beautiful. And honestly, Janet really doesn't get involved at the Danny stuff much. Like when it's like speak when spoken to, when it comes to her table, she obviously will address it. But she really stays away specifically from Danny because she's like, he makes me uncomfortable. I don't like how he behaves. I don't like him. So like she stays away from him. Danny cannot keep her name out of his mouth. He like loses it. Like I said, it was Danny's birthday night in this last episode. Janet didn't go on the boat where they all celebrated Danny's birthday.
Okay.
Lala stayed behind with her, so she wasn't alone. And they were able to have a great day on the boat. They didn't really talk about Janet, and I think that was an appropriate decision from Janet's side. But then it was their last night, so when it came to the dinner, Janet did come, and Danny, loses it.
Like what though? That
He's
Janet
like, it's
exists?
my birthday. I should be able to celebrate my birthday
Okay,
without
Stassi.
this
Also,
bitch.
you're like a 50-year-old man.
Oh, wait,
Calm.
ready?
You're on a show with Janet, dude. You're
Right?
gonna have to film with Janet. What are we talking? Okay.
So obviously Danny's hammered. Him and Lala get into it. Nia body blocks him. It like kind of like dissipates. Nia's very upset of like somebody attacking her husband. I just got to move past that because that just is a point. So
Can I
Kristen
say
calms her
something?
down.
I
Yeah.
really hate that whole like, no one's gonna attack my husband when like it's your husband who has a problem with other people. And like, let me tell you something. I ever get a husband, he better be sure to handle himself because I'm not gonna waste my time. If I have an issue with someone and then they go
Yep.
for my husband, I'll be like, no, this is you and me. But if my husband's I'm busy.
That's the thing.
I got
if your husband
shit to
wasn't
do.
involved and is being attacked for no reason, like nothing happened, or
Sure.
like is it like in Housewives world, like the husbands really aren't on the show. I get that, where it's like this is a me and you thing, this is our show. Danny's a member of this cast. Like you can have conflict with Danny without Nia literally body blocking between, like wouldn't let Lala talk to Danny.
Then he's not ready for this show. You know?
Get off my show.
Get off my show.
So Nia's on the side, upset, and wants Danny to just go back to the room with her because he's hammered. And I understand her, I don't agree with it, but wanting to control the situation and gentle parent that man. So she's trying to get him to leave the dinner so then he doesn't say anything that makes it worse, obviously, and he won't leave. So Nia's crying on the side and is just like, why? I just want my husband to leave. I just want to go back to our room. I want to like nurse my baby. I want to go to bed. We have to get up at 5 a.m. Like she's stressed out with this stuff and other stuff. And Kristen is like calming her down, like has her go back to the room. Danny will not leave. Will not leave. He sits down at the bar alone, orders another drink, and in his confessional cries about how he couldn't go to bed with his wife and that's all he wanted, even though he is the reason he didn't go to bed with his wife and end his night with her, is he needed another drink. But he tries to play it off like Lala caused a fight between him and Nia, and that's why they didn't go to bed together.
Yeah, big loser behavior right there. And Kristen, don't be on the wrong side of history, girl.
It's bad. Like,
don't.
And not even just in the show, like in people's comments. It's like active.
Kristen, here's the thing, girl. There was a long time that I didn't have your back. And then I thought you were vindicated. But I will go back on that decision in a second. Don't think.
No, it's hard because I'm like listening to her book right now. And it's like, oh, you never got over your male-centeredness and this obsession with a marriage. And so you idolize this marriage when that shouldn't be the thing. You should idolize you shouldn't idolize anybody's marriage or partnership, but like I understand looking to a successful marriage or a healthy one and saying I like qualities that they have, I want to implement that into mine. But she always talks about it, about like tearing down the marriage, and it's like, no, like I'm not attacking your marriage because I have a problem with your husband and how he behaves.
Also, if it's a bad marriage, it's a bad marriage. You don't have to see one marriage and be like, that's the one.
I know.
That's and that's the one you choose?
I know.
That's the marriage. Oh.
It's
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Just on this. What happened to Zach's head? I saw he got hit with something and he had a bloody... What came out of nowhere?
I sent you a voice memo about this. Yes.
What was that? Okay,
so on Zach's birthday night, because this was the episode prior, they're in Mexico still, and for Zach's night, they get I'm going to call it a party bus, but it literally was one of those hop on, hop off buses.
Oh, I like those.
So they like rent that and they are like partying on it, and their majority of the group is downstairs because I think it might have started raining in the enclosed part. Zach and definitely Jasmine and maybe like 2 other people are upstairs, and a bird poops on Zach. And so Jasmine, they're standing up and Jasmine is cleaning off, Zach's like shirt. And as they're standing up, a road sign smacks Zach in the head and literally takes him out.
Okay, I saw that. A road sign.
It road
looked
sign.
Like, okay, because people were really on Threads, were very upset that production did not like warn Zach. But
it was moving. I don't think they could have
the road sign was moving.
No, the bus was moving, and it's like they're just standing up. Like things are just happening because they're like cleaning him up. It's like our focus is obviously on cleaning him up. That they weren't like looking where the signs were.
Was it one of those like road signs like over the road?
Yes.
Because it didn't hit Jasmine because she's short. So also, and production didn't get hit by
No,
it
because
either.
they were on the opposite side. So in the hop on, hop off, there's those two sides.
Yep.
Jasmine and Zach are on one side of the
Yeah.
rows of chairs.
Okay.
And then production's on the other. And so on Jasmine and Zach's side is where the road sign was like overhanging. Jasmine's too short to get her head hit. Zach, because he's standing up, if they were just sitting, never would have hit them.
Yeah.
But because he's tall, right on the top of his head.
Can I tell you what it looked like from someone who wasn't watching and just saw that clip? Everyone was so mad at production. It looked like one of those stage lights fell and like smacked him.
No.
And I was like, holy shit.
It was such a freak accident.
He gets rocked.
Which, Alicia, that was the first time, not the incident of him actually getting hit, but everything that followed is the first time I have had fun watching The Valley, because he gets hit and he is like freaking out. Everybody's freaking out, obviously. So they're like very bleeding from his head. And they're like, they go kind of cameras down, but they're like giving the like footage of the like feet, you know, and then it goes dark. They get him down to the bottom thing. They have like ice and stuff on his head.
The poor bus driver is probably like, please don't sue me.
Oh my God. And Zach is like, everybody has to go to the club still. I'm going to meet you out. And then he's like, wait, can we just get a doctor to come to the club to stitch me up? And obviously production is like, no. So he forces everybody to go out. And
also, you've been drinking, sir.
I know. I know.
It's gonna be crazy.
But half the people are like, I kind of don't want to go out, but I have to do it for Zach. So Zach goes to the hospital, meets them at the club. He makes it out.
Oh, so he didn't sue the poor driver?
No. Okay. But he has to wear this like bandage around his head.
But oh my God, I really thought it was like a production light went flying at him. Because I was like, just like, what the fuck would hit him and not Jasmine? But
even
it makes
if
sense
somebody
if he's
saw the sign, I don't think they would have thought it would hit him. You just don't think the height of things is like right. You just have to assume that it's tall enough. But
also, when you say duck, no one ducks. Everyone looks to see. So even if someone was like, Zach, smack.
5 seconds worth. If that.
Okay. So the question remains, should I eventually watch The Valley? Should I just binge it?
I think no. It is like so dark and not fun to watch, but I'm not a quitter because I fucking pull quotes every week. I won't give up. I will say the new edition of Lacey, which is Jesse's girlfriend, I am obsessed with her. I love her because she sits there and every time Jesse does something that annoys her, like she calls him out, but like she doesn't do it publicly. Mainly it's them two together. Is he'll say something like this week, Michelle approached Lacey and was like, when you and Jesse cuddle each other and kiss, it's just hard for me to watch because he never did that stuff with me. And so Jesse had also heard this separately from Michelle, and Jesse was like, deal with it. Like, you were in a relationship and I had to deal with it. Like, you're just gonna have to get used to it. Like, I'm in a relationship.
Did Michelle ask them to stop?
Yeah, which I do think is a bit too much. Like, I think you do have to just, like, suck it up and deal with it. It sucks. But, like, Jesse, his delivery is always wrong. We're like, he's just so rude about it. Where Lacey was like, hey, let's ease up for the next few days of vacation. I get it. If we're at like a group dinner, we're going to hold hands, might give a kiss. But when we're around each other 24/7 on vacation, that is tough. So she was like, let's just ease up a little. And Jesse's like, no. And she's like, don't talk like that to me. And she's like,
you know what?
If you're going to talk like that to me, like, I'm going to walk away. Like, she literally is always like puts him in his place, is like, you're not gonna do that in front of me. And he's like, okay. He's like, you're right.
I gotta respect Jesse a little bit though, because if my ex because they hate each other. Michelle and Jesse,
they're in a good spot though right now, I will say.
Doesn't mean that they still don't kind of hate each other.
100%.
And if my ex was like, it's making me sad, can you not hug and kiss? I'd be like, no.
I am on Jesse's side in the idea of it, of like, I shouldn't have to hold myself back.
I get
never
Lacey.
did.
I get what Lacey's saying.
Lacey doesn't want issues. Every time Jesse talks about Michelle, like I didn't actually watch What Happens Live, but they were the guests this week. Lacey literally was like, okay, that's enough shade. Like, let's stop. Like, we're done.
Okay.
Like, she is actually such a good person to not just tear Michelle down because they could or something.
Yeah, but lets Jesse have his moment.
Yeah, she like lets him do a little and then is like, all right,
we're done.
That's enough here.
in that weird situation, I could imagine myself being all three. I could be like, hey,
Same.
could you not kiss? And then I'd be like, I'm definitely going to kiss. And then I could also, if I'm the girlfriend, be like, I think we should stop kissing a
I know.
little.
I like where they're at because it's not pure spite anymore. There was a lot of like obviously built up hatred on both sides. They obviously have their issues. That's why they got divorced. But this is the conflict I like to see where it's like,
No, that's
there's an
funny.
issue. It's like called out. They're annoyed. We have an annoyance section and then we like try to like solve it. You know, like
Honestly,
Jesse and Michelle have sat down this season and had a good talk.
I might have to watch them just on vacation because I would fucking die.
I would do that.
For once, Jesse being like, I'm going to keep kissing. That's funny because I don't really like Jesse, but that would crack me up.
Actually, okay,
That would get me.
those are the episodes. Because I think there have maybe been 3 episodes of them on vacation, and that will summarize majority of this season. Because the issues with Danny are heavily talked about. Nobody really talks to Danny except for Lala on that last night. So the last 3 episodes are what you should watch.
You know I can't do that. You know I'm going to eventually watch the whole season. It's probably going to be while I'm at work and I'm going to feel depressed and it's going to happen.
I think you should watch the vacation episodes, decide if you're annoyed by those, you're going to be very annoyed by the rest of the season. Because there's no fun. There is nothing fun happening except for the vacation.
I think I'll do it while I'm at work, but I'm not going to do it yet. Because when's is the show almost over?
They've taped the reunion, so I have to assume it's ending in the next 2 weeks.
Okay, because they didn't like
say
a reunion
finale on the like next time on, so I think there might be 2 more.
I do like a reunion. Okay, well, I'll decide when I decide. Okay. Wow, what an exciting episode. We really had details to get into.
Yes. A lot of traumas going on. A lot of dark things.
Well, I would say hooking up with your step-sibling is just weird, not so much dark.
Yeah, but being abducted by your dad in a car gang.
Hilarious. What are you talking about? Anyway, okay, I think that should be our episode. We end on a happy note. Don't forget to do all the things I mentioned at the beginning of the episode. And with that, love ya.
Thanks for joining. Bye.